Meet President Bush's tailor, George de Paris. He works in a shop just a few blocks from the White House. He has made suits for many world leaders, including Tony Blair, Kofi Annan, Bill Clinton, and Ronald Reagan. And now he custom makes about a dozen suits each year for George W. Bush. They cost about $5,000 each to make from scratch. Everything is done by hand, stitch by stitch, to fit Mr. Bush's athletic frame. Right now he is making a couple suits for the president, and you can see the fabric that will become a finely tailored suit for the leader of the Western world. George de Paris orders the fabric from the United Kingdom. He designs the suit, measuring President Bush for fittings, and then lays out the design on his workbench. His skilled fingers weaving the thread from place to place to make the final product the best it can be. You only have to look at Mr. Bush on television to see the George de Paris style. He says the American president prefers blue suits, but he also orders navy blue and presidential-looking dark colors. No matter what you think of George W. Bush, the suits he prefers are not the cold, conservative dress of a prime minister, but instead bold, finely tailored, and bright, reflecting not just the lights of cameras, but also his taste for suits that stand out and make a statement. George de Paris is 72 years old. He says he has been making suits since 1944, 58 years, the tailor for the powerful. He was polite not to criticize my suit, bought off the rack at a store.
Does George W. Bush like his suits in a special way?
Yes, every president has got different ways. We like the two-button suits, very modern, classic, very conservative, and nice quality material.
And the colors, what does George W. Bush?
All about, we wear like dark suits, blue, dark pinstripe, sometimes light color gray.
And does he order them himself?
Yes.
Why do you think they like blue?
Because he saw better in the television. For that he wear red tights all the time. The red tie look good in the television.
With the blue suit?
With the blue suit. And now the stylists wear yellow tie in the television with the blue suit. It look better too.
George de Paris says that when he is upstairs at the White House fitting Mr. Bush for another suit, he says the two don't talk about politics, just how to make George W. Bush look presidential on television and make his suit fit perfectly. George de Paris says Mr. Bush is a pleasant man who makes jokes while he measures for another suit. You can see them together, good friends, in photographs around his shop, George de Paris, Master Tailor, and President George W. Bush. And then it's back to work at his bench, making more suits for the rich and famous. When you see President Bush again on television, now you will know. There's a label inside each of his suits. It says, "Custom Made by George de Paris." Mike Kellerman, Press TV, Washington.